7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Bola podcast. I'm your boy D Fig. I'll let your boy when he see me in the street. In this episode, I had the opportunity to speak with Miami nightlife legend Alan T. He hit me up with mad crazy stories about growing up in South Florida, the nightlife scene, how it's changed through the years, being able to hear his voice play in various places throughout the world. It was a dope one. So let's get into it, all right? Listo. How do you pronounce your last name?
Tibaldeo.
Tibaldeo.
T as in Tom, I-B-A-L, D as in doll, E-O as in Oscar.
Tibaldeo.
Italian.
Okay, Tibaldeo. Alan Dale
Pretend I'm from Guatapé. I mean, I could be from Guatapé.
Damn, boy.
I got the cabs for it. I
walk
I
Colombia all of it. Sheesh. That's
just
what's
got
up,
back.
bro. Represent Colombia.
I really enjoyed Colombia.
Everybody who goes to Colombia tells me that, man.
And not for the cocaine and not for the hookers, because I didn't do any of that.
Just for the lifestyle.
But I met like people who were like, fans of my music.
Yeah.
And the food was great.
Yeah.
I like the malls are insane. We stayed near a mall. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because the malls there have beaches and daycare and mattresses. It's like insane.
Yeah, it's like a really one-stop shop. It's like a Costco,
absolutely.
supersized.
I was told that it was because of the crime and stuff like that, but I think that's past.
Yeah, and I mean the crime from back in the days.
They got to raise a minimum wage raise.
That's good. I mean,
Hello?
as long
People
as people are winning in Colombia, I'm happy.
The Botero Park, the Quartier
yeah,
Botero, the downtown, that was wild.
Yeah.
There was.
I like that. I remember going to that park.
It was beautiful, but that's where the madness is. That's where the.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
Yeah.
Delincuencia. Delincuencia.
I never knew you could elongate your cocaine with ashes of a cigarette. I learned that from a crackhead on the street.
That's crazy.
I was like, dang, I've seen baby laxative. I've seen all the shits.
Except for
literally
cigarette ashes.
I've never seen, he goes, can I have your cigarette? I was like, it's done. He goes, no, necesito.
I need the ashes. That's crazy, dude.
And the vieja hookers, they loved me. My blue eyes, they were like, oh, gringo, ven acá. I'm not gringo, I'm Italian, honey, hello.
That
I look
shit's
gringo
funny,
on that
dude.
time.
So, Alan, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on to the podcast.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Man.
My pleasure. I'm in my old hood. Biscayne and
Biscayne 57.
We're on 57.
Yeah.
I'm from 59th Street.
Yeah, I mean, that's like 2 blocks.
Yeah, it's 2 blocks and block.
Mimo, man.
East.
Morningside.
Upper East Side, if you want to be pretentious.
Upper East Side.
It's so pretentious.
That's the new.
They named it when it was like the height of the crack epidemic and the hookers.
That's when they called it Upper East Side?
Yeah, it's like it was like the reformulation of the area because it took a long time, honey. They arrested. That's why they closed off the streets here at Morningside because it was like they caught Gersten, they caught judges, they caught doctors.
Everybody.
Down there. There was condoms laying on the floor. It was like insanity. Baggies.
Everything.
I know very much a lot about it.
I know. I remember that being on the news nonstop.
Oh, and the headlines. And my mom was involved in it because my little brother got involved in it.
Oh yeah, you got caught up. Caught
in the middle of drugs.
That's crazy.
It happens.
Yeah, I mean that's
it was
South
like,
Florida.
Comune 13.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah.
Before they
and when we had wheelbarrows,
they changed
rickety.
They changed the perception of it.
Yeah.
Not only, and then everything else started coming.
Well,
along.
Miami. I mean, it's like my dad's store and factory was on 54th and Northwest 3rd on D.A. Dorsey, which was like the epicenter of crackdom and sketch. I mean, they had the 54th Street Players, you had Zoe Pound, you had the 55th Street Players, you had the 56th Street Players.
Every street.
It was no joke. They robbed our customers because they knew people that were going to buy pianos were
to go buy
had money,
yeah.
and I saw some serious stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I did.
Go down.
Yeah, and they know me. Because I would chase them down. I mean, when I got my DUI way back in the day, a long time ago, when I walked into the jail, everybody in the jail, the cops goes, "You should run for mayor." I knew the trans community, I knew the gays,
everybody.
I knew the thugs, I knew the hoodlums, I knew the hookers, I knew everybody. And they started screaming my name when I walked in. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Downtown,
dude.
it was really funny.
Hey man, you should run for mayor.
It was funny.
You got that pull. So like, okay, so let's talk about like your trajectory in the nightlife world, where I would assume where the vast majority of people who have come into contact with you have come in contact with you through your hosting skills and
Yeah, that's a whole other echelon. But I mean, I have like I'm like kind of like a chameleon. I have like the academic side, which is, like my architectural background and like, going to private school as a kid, living in an affluent area. It was, I used to think it was the projects when I was a kid because the people I went to school with were a lot richer than us. And people just thought that, since we had nice cars and we were in good schools, that we had, but my parents were very, very, very thrifty. They weren't like
spendthrift, yeah.
They weren't spendthrifts. They spent on things that were going to be good for the future, like education, books. So we had like 9 sets of encyclopedias growing up, and all my rich friends that had like the Mercedes and the houses. We were on the water; they weren't on the water. But I mean, it was just like it appeared differently. We were a lot more simple. Italians, like to buy things that are quality, and so we had like things that lasted. And
so your family's Italian?
Yeah, Northern Italian.
Okay, so you grew up Italian in Miami. That's wild.
I did.
That's so crazy.
My mom is from the Bronx. My dad was from Connecticut, so they're Italian American. But it was like we were really traditional.
What high school did you go to?
Country Day.
Country Day. Okay, so that's right up the street. Okay, so definitely I understand. Like,
but it was like there was like we had no black people in our school. Maybe no, we had none. We had 2 Hispanics, and they were like the first Cubans. They were like Batista family. It was like a thing. The Latins back then were like the ones like George Roman Ash, whose grandmother owned.
It wasn't a lot of Hispanics back then.
It was like more of like a Russian Cuban thing. Mm-hmm. It was strange.
And then they invaded. And then
I grew with Michael Schul, Don Shula's kids, Arnsberger's kids. There's a lot of Miami Lakes back then.
Miami Lakes, wow, that's crazy.
But Miami Lakes was more affluent back then. It was like on the golf course, like Loch Lomond, I guess.
Yeah.
I never really went over there that much. It was like, a lot of North Miami. It was very Jewish too. Very Jewish and very white.
Yeah, I could imagine.
When I was a kid, Hialeah was Gringo City.
That's funny, dude.
My dad had the first store on Palm Springs Mile, and I remember going there on Saturdays when my parents got divorced for visitation, and I would be there all afternoon, like sitting there drawing, and I was like, why do they talk so weird? He goes, they're crackers. They're like literal redneck. They were like Miami. They were like the real, it was like, the unreal deal, I should say. But yeah, it was Gringo City. There wasn't one Hispanic,
Deep South accents.
Yeah.
Southern accents for real.
Like homestead, plantation farmers. Like the colonizers, bitch.
That's funny, dude. So then how did you end up in the nightlife?
So nightlife happened for me. My good friend Todd Saunders owned Y&T Records on South Beach, which was like an instrumental point in dance music, and he knew all the A&Rs and
when was this?
This is like 80s,
okay,
90s.
Late 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, late 80s, early 90s.
It's more early 90s, the store. But I've been partying since I was like 13 years old. I used to host parties at the Palm Bay Club when I was a kid. All the private clubs that people had memberships to had clubs back then, like Cricket Club, Jockey Club, Palm Bay Club. I even hosted a party at the Playboy Club where Advanced Auto is on 78th Street.
There was a Playboy Club there?
Playboy Club there.
That's funny.
One. Yeah. There was one at the Russian Turkish Baths at the Castle Beach Hotel on 54th and Collins. That was the first Hugh Hefner place. That was all Playboy bunnies.
Wow.
And then they opened that one here. And I hosted when I was like 13 years old, a Halloween party.
That's funny,
It was
dude.
insane.
A 13-year-old hosting a party?
Literally, he asked me to do it.
That's wild,
At the Palm Bay Club. Palm Bay Club had like Cloris Leachman, Walter Cronkite, Ralph Rennick, who was a CBS anchor. My friend Freddie Pacheco's dad was Muhammad Ali's doctor. So he knew everybody, and he was the one that made Muhammad Ali rise. He took care of him and nurtured him and became his coach, and he was a doctor in Overtown. So we would pick up Muhammad Ali from Fifth Street Gym, where on Fifth in Washington.
On the beach.
Back in the day, on the beach, and Muhammad Ali couldn't walk over the causeway after dusk. He would be training. He got arrested twice
for walking over the
causeway after dusk. Yeah,
damn.
It was back then.
Yeah.
Couldn't be dark
Southern
color.
history.
Yeah,
that's wild, dude. So then you've actually been like in that world since you was young.
Exposed to it then. My parents were like, my dad owned the piano store and like Michael Jackson shop there. It was like a thing because of the Hammond organs and all the dignitaries. Fountain Blue, he serviced the Fountain Blue, all the hotels. Back then, the hotels were bumping. people were partying hard. I mean,
they still partying hard.
yeah, but not like it's not as fierce as back then. I mean, it's like you go to live. It's like all those obnoxious tourists,
Okay.
right? All those obnoxious. It's like they're obnoxious. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Dude.
I mean, it's like I'm sure there's something fun, but then, I mean, I worked Danny Tenaglia's, which was a conference party at what was Groove Jet, but is now what was the name of the club where Groove Jet was?
Where's that?
In 23rd and Collins, and between Collins and
I don't even know.
Treehouse.
Oh, okay.
Treehouse. That was Groove Jet, and there was a major party every winter music conference, and it was like he was a DJ's DJ.
So that's what like set you off.
That started I was doing the VIP on the terrace there for all the dignitaries. Like back then, it was like all the English record labels. We got all the DJs like Laurent Garnier would be there, Carl Cox. They would be there partying,
not to work.
Right, they were there listening to
just chilling.
The DJs did Danny Tenaglia, and it was an insane party. It was like unbelievable. I mean, it was. I would be like doing the terrace VIP area, and then that led to like, the pawn shop. That was where I did my full time.
That's when you went into the hosting full time.
Yeah, like doing the door and hosting. Yeah, that was the pawn shop. Was
I remember the pawn shop.
Yeah, 2004 to 2008. It was insane. It was wild.
That was a different time in nightlife in Miami. Like, do you
that was
feel
the good days.
Exactly? Okay, I'm glad that you said it. The good days.
Yeah.
What do you feel that kind of atmosphere can reproduce itself again now?
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
What is it about it that can't be reproduced right now?
Money. What's rich and the money makes the world go round. That clinking sound. Exactly.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I mean, look at the rents. I mean, pawn shop was it was like ambushing a warehouse. That's all it was. I mean, it was just like taking over a warehouse. It wasn't like now it's. I think that the owner of the land got like, you see that doesn't fit anymore. They got like in the billions for that property. I think. Yeah. It was eminent domain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a building going there by Architectonica. I went to the opening. I'll never forget because next door we had an odd shoe warehouse. It was like they only sold one foot shoe.
What?
Like if you bought 11. I never got that part, but it was like
that's a drug front.
Yeah,
that's a drug front, bro.
And the guy who lived there was Ziggy. This guy lived there, he looked just like
Tony Montana.
Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones, and people that were high in the club, or even regular people, thought that he was Keith Richards, and he would get like $100 tip, take a picture. The guy banked.
He pretending to be Keith Richards.
His name was Ziggy. He's insane.
That's funny.
Wore the leopard print, smelled cigarettes, had an Eldorado in the back in this warehouse. So anyway, I went to an opening for this building that was supposed to go where Pawn Shop was. The reason we closed in 2008 was because they were going to build this building by Architectonica, the architecture firm. So that project got axed by the government taking over the land. So to buy them out, so eminent domain, and it's the bridge where the bridge is going now, pretty much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a different time. It was just like I had been reading about pawn shop. They were comparing it to like Andy Warhol's factory back in the day and what have you. And some comrades, and I think it was Diego Martinelli, Michelle Lesham, Danny Tenaglia. I think Naiba Stefan was with us. I think we went just to check it out one night because I heard it was like this like insane warehouse. I had like all this shit because the owner and operator Kurt Von Nostrom was an eBay addict.
Oh, okay.
So he was like had all this shit and he just like put it to use in this warehouse.
One warehouse.
Yeah, buses. I'm talking like Airstream.
Yeah, I remember.
It was insanity. I mean, like he had like fronts of ships. He had like photo booths and dolls and GI Joes and records and you name it, he had it. So we went and it was dead. It was empty. And we were like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is this place dead? It's like such a prime thing. But the next Friday, we were hired.
Oh,
it was
to bring in the
creative,
nightlife.
Michelle Lesham, Sean Drake, and our team, Hochi Ortiz, and et cetera, et cetera. The rest is history. And we had the first week was slammed, and every night was slammed after that.
No, I remember trying to get into that place was like
Insane. And I
it was
became pretty
insanity.
famous there.
So that's
Because
what like rose your name to notoriety.
Yeah, I got pretty famous because like people driving by, it would be like dignitaries driving by from the Adrian Arch Center. I had judges honking at me. I had professors from my UM days. I had and then I had like the Diddler.
Yeah.
On things there.
What do you mean, Diddy?
To Diddler, yeah. I did a couple of things with him there. Not things, but
Yeah.
I did a couple of MTV things.
You got to clarify.
Yes,
bro.
I do. I wasn't slippery when wet. It wasn't the piece of Mojado here, bitch. But I did go to the house a couple of times.
To Diddy's crib?
Yeah. But I went in my own boat.
Okay, you never saw no crazy shit?
I wasn't into it. I mean, I like the swirly edge of things, like as Wendy Williams would say, but he just didn't do it for me.
That's funny, dude.
I'm not into that whole where my bitches at, where my hoes at, where my chickas at. But it was more like I was there for more like the Martinez brothers, Local Dice, all the big DJs from Space played there. I mean,
I remember that.
It was a thing. But I went by boat, in my own boat. I went for an hour, and no terry cloth robes, no Kevin Hart guiding me through a jacuzzi, none of that shit. But I mean, I knew other people on the island. I knew Scott Storch. I knew the Stefans. I knew old money, old people, old doctors and stuff that live on Star Island. I didn't need Diddy to get on Star Island, honey. But I mean, whatever. They were cute. It was a moment. It
was a moment,
and a lot of people were there, honey. Everybody was there. It's like they were all there. All the all the fashionistas, all the.
What is it about those like scenes that draws everybody out?
The delinquents.
The delinquents?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
It's just like hedonism and delinquency. I mean, people love to carry on, right?
What is that about
you give
Miami,
one person
though?
a bump in a cocktail. It's like, what do they want? They want a cigarette. They want to touch you. They want to, ooh, you want to touch me? Like very that. It gets very that.
That's fucking crazy.
You give anybody. It's like It's like at the clubs. It's like I only smoke when I drink. I'm like,
that's what they tell you often.
Oh yeah.
I only smoke cigarettes when I drink.
I only smoke when I'm out. I only vape when I'm out.
Lies.
Like, or then the bump, and it's like it's.
I only take bumps when I'm drinking.
I only do it when I have a cafecito, bitch. It's like I gave up on I'm a colada queen now.
Yo, that is funny. How like because Miami in the nightlife.
But that was also
ubiquitous.
Because there was like the whole mainland beach thing too for a long time.
What do you mean by that?
Like even prior to Space, like the beach was the only place you could have a club.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mansion back in the day was like Club Z. That was like the first.
Yeah, I remember those.
We would go to Club Z on Sundays. It was owned by Phil Smith, who owned Sound Factory in New York City. A real club person, like insane. You'd have like Grace Jones performing after, and we went to the beach. It was tea dances when it started. Then, so then from Pawn Shop 2008, at that time, then Emmy Guerra asked me to work, and I grew up with Louis Puig. I mean, I'm probably his oldest friend alive to this day.
Wow, that's crazy.
We knew each other when we were
Throwback.
when I was a young little chickadee.
Yeah.
And we were involved at Club Salvation. We used to go there a lot.
Damn, Salvation. You know,
not the second one, the first one. That was you weren't even born yet.
Oh,
How old are
okay. 42.
Yeah, no, you weren't born yet.
Yeah.
That was where I went as a little chickadee. It was like it was a Saturday night party, just like Space pretty much started out. As he built it on that format, pretty much. It was just like good music, good entertainment, and it was like we had Hare Krishnas, we had dignitaries, we had trans,
Hare
we had the bitches we had the drag queens from Fort Lauderdale, the bartenders after 5 o'clock. It was insanity. I mean, we would invite the Hare Krishnas on purpose.
For what?
To come and just like
to be like a scene.
To give movement and color. We liked the texture. We had Black Jose, rest in peace, who would come in, and they would come in bridal dresses every Saturday and combat boots and Western boots. It was insanity. I mean, you had everything from like my mom's lawyer to. It was a thing, and the music was so good. That's where I got really spoiled.
So
the
how do
building
you?
is still up. It's at the Salvation Army building.
Okay, so these are the early days.
So I was
of
rooted
you,
in
of
it
you,
because
like,
I liked it. I liked the music.
Learning. You like the music.
I was brought to it by the music. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, the music was really good.
But how'd you learn to craft those experiences? Because you're saying, okay, so I brought in Hare Krishna.
I was educated, honey. Hello, I'm very educated.
I hear that, but like, what are those things that you have to know how to manage to be able to put together this nightlife space where everybody's enjoying themselves and at the same time it's not monotonous? and at the
Well,
same
first
time
you
it
don't
doesn't
judge
get
a book. You
over
never judge a
crazy.
book by its cover. I never have done that in my whole life. I was brought up like that. My mom got a job at the Seawell Building, and she was married to a wealthy man to learn Cuban Spanish. I mean, she was a French professor from Hunter College. I mean, she was like a big deal, and she was like Sorbonne trained. So, I mean, she would go and converse with the Haitians in Little Haiti to learn Creole. I mean, I came from a background that my mom would be talking to people on the bus stop. My mom took a bus everywhere, and she had a driver, so it was like crazy stuff. I mean, she's a New Yorker though, so I was used to it.
She was open to like different social skills.
Our housekeeper, when we had her, she was at the table eating, being served by my mother. So that's
that type of
serving. I mean, we served. We served and we protected. I sound like the Uncle Sam. We want you.
So then those
So I was
experiences, like what?
You
Did
just
they-
become acclimated to dealing with people and constructs and situations.
There's
And
so many different people from so many different backgrounds. That's
I
why,
was
like,
brought up in a really crazy household. Like it was so like together that you could deal with everything. I mean, it was like wild. It was kind of
to manage all those different energies.
Yeah, I was pretty much reared like that. I mean, like, God, Miami was like, it wasn't that multicultural either. But I traveled a lot. I mean, I traveled to Europe a lot. I was in Mykonos as a kid, Ibiza. I did all that way before anybody else knew about it.
So it's just an exposure to a lot of different cultures.
It's a cultural exposure and interest in the other things that people are doing, right?
So then
I could talk to a prostitute on the street and a dignitary the same way. It's like you have to balance the two.
You got to know how to
It's
treat
an art.
them.
It's an art.
I know it's an art. That's what I'm. It's like it's pizzazz. It's also so being a host, being at the front of a space, right? Like let's say for example, when you're talking about pawn shop, or even currently a
Pawn
space,
shop was
things
insane.
like that,
Pawn shop
like-
was next level. Like I mean, I had so much thrown at me, and like the Pepsi door was like the VIP door. Remember the Pepsi door that was on the VIP door? So I did the whole front door. It was like me and Adam. What was his name? Oh God, I'm drawing a blank on it. I think his name was Adam.
you were doing the front door experience.
Yeah, we did all that, and it was like insanity. It was just like,
But you're the postcard of the club. You're the person that is representing the club on the outside of the club. Because
so
everybody
I got
inside
into my uniform thing. It's like I went
That's
with, like,
when
the
you started
theme.
doing that.
Well, I got into like the I dressed like an Arby's employee. Customers from Arby's would bring me name tags. Chevron. I did like police. I did space suits. I did all that crazy because it was like ready-mades, right? It was all about the ready-made on the inside. So I was kind of speaking about what was going on inside. It was just like, I mean, like the ambulances would come pick me up. The medics would strap me to a gurney and like bring me around the block with the lights on. It was crazy.
So it was like part performance.
Yeah, it was a lot of performance. Yeah,
Part
I would
performance,
do photo
part
shoots with police
hosting.
officers and hookers. It was insane. It was insane. And like the guys who I rejected at the door, like because back then it was like you couldn't have like I like my Latinos and my dark skin, right, as a preference. As people like culturally, I like to have more in common with. I'm not into like the gringos and the preppies and all that, but they would be denied because my boss was like, no fades, no big chains. And I was like, dang, that's what we need in here. But the minute that, like, I had to reject them. I couldn't let them in. It was like, you need to go to, like, Nocturnal or Metro or, you need to go to Mecca or something up the road.
Yeah.
And they would honk those, those loud horns.
Yeah,
they would
yeah,
honk
yeah,
on the
yeah.
highway and they would get tickets and stuff. It was crazy. It was a wild time. But it was also, like, a lot of beautiful girls. Too.
I remember that a lot, too. Like,
I mean, like, you'd see, like, twin sisters having sex in the bus. I mean, I saw some crazy stuff.
damn, that's
Or
crazy.
one time when I was locking up the back door, a cop was having sex with two girls in the back. It was crazy. It was crazy.
out in the open.
Like in the
Yeah.
police car. It was just like,
That's, I mean, yeah, man.
the
That's
canine police.
those kind of the canine police. That's funny.
I know his name, but I'm not gonna say it.
It's funny how those situations like transpire, and you have to know how to you got to know how to handle it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because that's another thing. Like, not only are you promoting the club, you're hosting, you're doing the performances, you're knowing how to deal with the people's energies.
Yeah.
You're rejecting some people, so you're obviously offending some people.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Other
saw
people,
some crazy stuff. So like I saw like the skirmish at the front door one Thursday night with like the skate park the half pipe. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
half pipe.
We had the half pipe, and it was like that was a rough group. Like it's like rivaling sanctions and what have you, and like there was all of a sudden the extensions of the door were being used as bats, and the plate glass window was like a vintage window, like glass, like that thick. The whole thing came out and sliced the girl's hand.
Wow.
And I put a tourniquet on her. The girl comes to me still. She comes to space and she shows me the stitches. She goes,
Her
"You saved my
scars.
life." I applied a tourniquet with all my baby wipes. I put them on her and I tied her up.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So like those, yeah. So
But I haven't
nobody.
really seen that. I mean, people say that you must have seen some crazy. I really haven't. I mean, the craziest thing I think I've seen pretty much was like that in terms of violence. And Bryant McKinney, his little squad, came from that was at Space though. They came and it was a cold night. They came in before we got the money for the table. And it was like 22 people, and they had come from Gold Rush.
Across the street. Across the street back in the day.
Yeah.
Before
and,
11.
Yeah, and so and it turned into a riot in seconds. It was like that whole. It was insane.
It turned up.
It turned real thug. And then that was like people. Phones were flying. Extensions were flying, and my coworker got
hair extensions.
No. They used to fly though. They used to fly more nocturnal than hair extensions. I'd see them drifting like tumbleweed down the street. The hair extensions were like it's like Dave the weaves or like my favorite was when the bitches would be fighting and the ankles, the shoes would cave in, and they'd just have
They'd be just like turning.
They had like a shoe as like a. Hanging from the ankle.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like
Yeah. Pata sucia style.
Yeah, very pata sucia. Well, back in the day, there was also a thread on Cool Junkie. Remember Cool Junkie?
Yeah.
Called Space Toes.
Space Toes?
People don't know about this. There was, when it ended, it was like literally like, I think like 9 million
like
hits and stuff.
What?
Or posts. Yeah, it was insane. Like people, because at Space you could be, back in the old days.
Yeah.
You could have chanclas. Now it's.
Oh, yeah.
No chanclas. I even did a song called No Chancletas.
Yeah. No, Space used to be open to everybody.
Yeah, it was.
It was like one of those
It got a little bit ratchet.
that, you could, it did get a little bit ratchet, but you kind of enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah.
Like you knew you were going to Space, you knew there was going to be a little ratchetness in there.
Yeah.
So like you were preparing for it.
Like
and
bring your summer's Eve girls.
You already
make sure your boyo is clean, bitch. I've heard about that many a time
Summer's
too.
Eve.
The boyo tropical.
That's
I also want to do a record with Eric Murillo called Boyo Tropical.
Get out of here. So talk to me about your music, man.
So the music started in 1996. They took. I was very good friends with a very big producer back for Destiny's Child, and he was with another producer at his house, couch surfing, working on some stuff, and they were working on a Jodie Watley record. She was from Shalimar.
Okay.
And she's a big artist. She did a lot of stuff. And she heard my voice being played, and she's like, I want to use that on the remix that you're doing for me. So they featured it there, and then they got me in the studio. She's like, you should get this guy in the studio. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I went into the studio, and it was like a 4-hour thing, and they made like 10 records from it. But the first one was like, it went huge. It was viral. It was like a big thing. It was called The Door. And it was pretty much about like, characters of South Beach back in the day. It was like, that was 96, right? So that was South Beach. Liquid, it was like, nobody else has a freight elevator. I mentioned like components of the building, people, hairdos, jeans, fashion trends and stuff.
Yeah.
And it went ballistic. Every DJ in the world was playing it. It was like, you name the direction, deep house, funky.
Yeah.
Anybody from, Danny Tenaglia was obsessed with it. Junior Vasquez, a lot of people, all the younger and the older and the old guard and the new guard were into it. Overseas, it got licensed in every country, Belgium, Portugal.
How does that feel to hear your voice in tracks all over the world?
It's exciting, and then you get like that was before you were getting texts and stuff, right? 96, but it was like to this day people send me clips of. I mean, I've done a lot of records
like a remix of your remix.
Oh,
of your
it's
remix.
been remixed, and it's been like regurgitated. The gays took it, the straights took it, the handbag house took it. It was like all of it.
Yeah.
And so that led to a lot of other records, and I get paid to just like talk.
Yeah, to talk.
Like, just go off on crazy subjects and stuff. I mean, the follow-up was called Jonesing, and that was about like Grace Jones, Barnaby Jones, Quincy Jones, and it just was...
Jones.
any jonesing, which is like the need, the want. It's like a lot of junkies used to Jones. Like you could Jones for anything. I mentioned a lot of celebrities who are dead now. Farrah Fawcett, Whitney Houston, a lot of people. But it was a big record.
And what stopped you from going back into that space and doing it all over again? Because I'm sure you have a lot more.
Oh, leverage.
Yeah,
I still keep up with it. People do it now. It's like without having records pressed anymore, though. It's like it's not.
You mean like actual vinyl?
That's when the financial reward, and it's like I do it, but it's more just like a hobby kind of thing. It's like it's not. I can do so much more.
Yeah,
it's like it's kind of limited. I mean, I do it, but it's like compared to what I've had already, it's like.
I feel you.
Once you've been there, you've done it. You're kind of like
So,
next.
I hear that.
So like you go from insurance to, to crema di my crema. Please taste the crema. Would you like the crema to be fresh or processed? How would you like the crema?
Damn, you're making tracks right now.
I am.
That's funny.
People love hearing about creaming in music. It's like, love to love you, baby. Donna Summer proved that, right? She was creaming during "Love to Love You, Baby."
Damn, that's crazy.
You were too young to know that, but back in the day, that was.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Love to Love You. Oh, she orgasmed like 3 times in the record. And she was a Christian. She was Christian.
Who, Donna Summers?
Lies, she was
bro.
a black Christian.
Ain't nobody Christian busting nuts on a record.
Black Christians can be really ordaining.
I guess, bro. I don't know
honey,
about
they
that
have a
life.
lot of kids too. So that doesn't happen by having cornbread on the patio,
bro. So back to the gatekeeping.
Okay.
How do you politely reject somebody at the door?
You have to kind of it's like you have to be part Rob Williams, part Judge Judy. You have to be
How so? Like what? Like comedically?
Yes, it has to be kind of it's like I love them, but they're just not working out tonight. It was a wrong choice. You were misguided.
So you're like roasting people at the door.
Ish, yeah. I mean, it's like don't you have a mirror? Don't you have friends? It's like those girls who wear that lace and they have all that cellulite. It's like, girl, don't you have friends? It's like. I'm not body shaming, girl, but it's like it's like, please. I mean,
that's
tell your loved ones when they look shitty before they go out.
That is wild, dude.
I mean, it's like I'm into the tattered, grunge. It's like chanclas.
Yeah,
chanclas are the number one thing.
That gets you
also,
rejected.
Also, wearing a tank top or a tube top on the coldest night of the year. It's like, girl. Get yourself a Goodwill jacket and throw it behind a speaker or give it to a bartender, or throw it away.
Yeah.
Going to a club with no clothes on and just being like, I'm from Chicago. This is nothing for me. It's like, it's not cute. It looks so trashy.
Yeah.
That's just an observation that I make.
I feel you. I'm sure
on the regular when it's cold.
Exactly.
It's also been very cold here in the last couple
weeks. Cold for Miami.
30 is cold.
Yeah, 30 is cold. 30 is cold.
Yeah. And I have 6 layers on, and you're coming out in a tank top. It's like screaming, "I'm from Michigan." I'm like, girl, nobody cares. You're not in Michigan anymore, girl.
Yeah, you're in Miami right now, freezing.
You're not in Kansas anymore, bitch.
You're freezing your ass off right now.
Exactly.
So it looks so glamorous. What you do at the door while you're representing the culture that's going on inside.
I serve glamour.
Exactly. So how do you?
It's a full-time job.
How do you cultivate that glamour persona for when people to walk up to the venue and
you have to know who you're talking
that.
to first of all. I have a cunning sense of where people are from. You have to know where people are from. You can't really address certain people from certain places in certain ways. Yeah. You have to know the difference of what people what they're bringing. You just have to know.
How do you differentiate that? You have to start deciphering people at the door, or
good. I mean, I would say it's a small world. It's for a long time in Disney World. I would say. No, I did. I can pretty much tell where people are from by looking at them.
Lies, dude. What do you mean? Somebody just walks up to the door, you already know who they are, where they're from. Right?
I can tell. There's a difference. People that culturally have signage that give it away. You can tell an Argentinian. It took me a long time to figure out the Argentinians, but
for real,
yeah.
Okay.
I thought the little blonde bitches at space were I thought they were Venezuelan, but they're Argentinian. Venezuelan are much prettier.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Colombians have a certain way. The battle between Colombia and Venezuela can be hard sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Venezuelans, I know about the boob jobs at 13, and I know Colombians at 15 get them. I mean, I know all that stuff. So I'm culturally been interested in people, so I kind of bring that to the table. And
So you're So you're like
I'm a talent scout.
basically.
Dun, 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 dun,
And how do
dun.
you know who's going to be the funnest people in the venue that you're going to want to bring in? That those are the people that you know.
Well,
are
nobody's
gonna...
fun anymore.
Damn.
It's very rare. You guys lost it all. It's like
Damn.
civilization. I'd rather go back to the Flintstones
This
right now.
guy said nobody's fun anymore.
It's like we got to the Jetsons from the Flintstones in terms of technology, and everything. All the
gotten
color
bored.
is gone.
Do you blame that on the phones?
No.
Okay, so it has to be something in the nightlife. Something has changed. The venue and the
It's
space.
society has changed.
First of all, we
it's
all
an
didn't used to face
amalgamation of
DJs.
society, right? It's a melting pot of all the people call it an algorithm. It's like all the nuances are metamorphosized in a club, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just not bringing it to the if you're cooking with shitty ingredients, what are you going to eat? Shitty food, right? It's the makings of the final product. But I mean, I'm saying by and large, on the regular, it's like society's lost it.
How so?
Just people are not respecting each other. People are not.
Do you see this in the venues?
Oh yeah, you see people's conduct is very evident.
So now,
I
even
can clock it. Like somebody's gonna be trouble in a second. I can tell you.
legit,
Yeah.
like you already know this person's
But
gonna be.
let me tell you this right now. I will say this though: that certain artists, you can judge how the artist is as a person and as a talent on the color, on the demeanor, and the actions of their public.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not gonna give any examples, but I mean, lately I've noticed like certain artists have like the greatest crowd.
Okay.
The crowds differ according to the artists.
Yeah.
What they play, what they
Yeah, it's different vibes.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm just saying, it's not even vibe. It's just like overall totality. I mean, like just like the way they spend money, the way it's like a whole commerce thing. It's like
So each artist has its own basically.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Niche down
Yeah,
version of their own.
Like when
fans.
when somebody's making waves in communally, what have you? Their people are good people.
Yeah.
And they behave, and it's just like very. I've noticed it like with a couple of artists in particular.
Okay.
This one Brazilian artist brought the best. I'm like, I want to be inside and be with those people.
That's wild.
Just the way that they interacted with us as staff, the way they behaved amongst themselves, the patronage. It's just like
Is it a certain type of music, or is it just like
no? It's the artist itself. What they
that they cultivate that
exactly.
So like you feel so you
Some of
think
them
that,
have the worst in the world. I could give you a name right now, but I'm not.
So if an
He's
artist
already-
is an asshole, you think his crowd are assholes.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
but it's pretty much yeah.
That's wild, dude. I would never think of
I'm
that.
good with reading people, and that's my
From years and
algorithm
years
reading
doing
of the
this.
day.
Yeah. From years of reading people and
Yeah,
being-
it's like people are a reflection of what the people that they're listening
of the artist. Yeah.
yeah.
The crowd is a reflection of the artist.
Absolutely, 100%.
Wow.
More than ever, because they used to merge. I mean, people were much more exposed to things, right? Now there's a lot of niches and stuff.
Yeah, and everybody's like in
Like
their
that
own
clown
little
artist that
bubble.
was at Factory Town last Saturday. I have no idea who that person is. Some emo artist. They put money in. They wiped their ass with money.
No, I didn't know. I didn't see that.
It was
I heard about it, but
I have
wasn't
no
there
idea
yet.
who they were. None. They're like, I'm so surprised. I'm
Yeah.
like, what in the crack and mammy trailer park realness are you thinking that I should know this artist for? What in the crack? Honestly,
If they have a pool,
my house never had wheels.
what's the?
Never. I never had a house with wheels. I've
That's
had a lot
funny,
of houses,
bro.
but not a house with wheels.
That's so okay. And so you would you say that then Pawn Shop was your first real break, right?
Yeah.
Into the nightlife and into this. So then what's
Then it became like everybody wanted me. So it was like
to host their venue?
2 hours. They would take anything they could get. I mean, so I was driving from Hard Rock. I was doing Griffin at Hard Rock, Pangea.
Yeah, I remember Griffin.
A lot of fun. And that whole Indian property thing was great because you could close the front door and have the party go on until 2:00. And I traveled all over the world. Rob Fernandez was a big fan of mine, so I would go to New York. I would go to Ibiza. I would go all over.
So hosting all over the world.
all over. Life Ball in Vienna, I did a lot.
And do you have like a network of people that you know are
Yeah.
gonna pull up and are gonna be like a good time?
Oh yeah.
So you already know I'm going to this venue.
Yeah,
and
they're
this
like, when you
place.
come in, when you come back to San Diego, when you come back to
You already know who you're hitting
Palm
up,
Springs, yeah.
and you already know what kind of party you're putting together.
Absolutely.
Just by the venue and where the
Exactly.
location. That's good, man.
just
Like-
having me would say something.
And was that something that came to you naturally, like to build that network, or was it something that after?
Yeah, it was built through my tribe and its constituents, like friends, and they were interested in my work, and they would approach me, and
Yeah. Hey, how big of a piece is the fashion portion? Because of like a lot
well,
of
that
people
kind of got.
might-
I mean, I was always interested in it, but I was more interested in it in like a more, ready-made rather than a created.
yeah, but like
Wrong?
to do to like be a present.
Well, I mean, I went from like the pawn shop, like that ready-made, like
Yeah.
uniforms and what have you, that obsession. 'Cause I take things to the max. I'm Aquarius, so we don't
Okay.
we don't fuck around. So then, and then I had cancer in 2018. I had a diagnosis in 2018.
Oh man.
That was a very short-lived period, but it was a period that I had, and I kind of turned the world off and everything about it, and I just focused on myself. And that's where then I came back and I was like, I need to pump up the volume. I just put my pedal to the metal, and I started treating myself as the site.
Yeah.
I would commission all the all artists and fashion people, and I just investigated things that I was interested in. It went from kind of haute couture, Valentino, Versace, all that, Comme des Garçons, Yamamoto, all that stuff, to I'm just gonna start doing this myself
Yeah.
and having people do custom stuff. I want.
Like right now, you're wearing a Tibaldeo custom.
This is a portrait of me by Scooter LaForge, a very renowned artist. That actually Seth Troxler is the one who actually commissioned it from me originally, and it's me, and I'm wearing some of the attributes I had on the shirt, and then I had Tibaldeo funk it up. It's funky, right?
And the other night I saw on your page you had like a one piece from Aho Sniffs Glue.
Yeah.
Like a jacket.
I had a lot of Aho.
Like
He's a good friend of
shout
mine.
out Aho. He's one
I
of
had
my
I had a
dogs too.
scooter by him. I have a piano by him. I'm working on some new stuff of his. He gave me these tarps under the 95. They're insane. I'm working on
Nice.
something like that. Yeah.
That you're turning them into couture
We're
pieces.
turning them into objects. Yep. He already made a bag. My fiance made a bag out of one already.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So then after that experience, that's when you were like, oh, I got to incorporate the fashion.
So
gotta-
I kind of pumped it up.
Yeah.
That's when I started working with a local artist who's a good friend of mine, Ralph Vidal, and then it went from Patricia Field, who's a good friend of mine. She's like the queen of art fashion. So I was commissioning everybody in house there, Scooter, Jody Morlock, you name it. I mean, Sick, a lot of artists there.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I love.
And
I
then
love that.
I just had this I had a staple piece of my wardrobe that I gave everybody to do, which was a jumpsuit. I love jumpsuits. so
Okay.
it became like that. But I also was into the Givenchy and but the really heirloom pieces, not just Balenciaga by the
Just because,
Kardashian.
yeah.
No. Trash bags, no. I could wear a trash bag, but not like that. I'd rather have a real Glad bag. I mean, I like the ready-made.
And when did you realize that it was a personal brand thing that you were building?
People made that aware to me, it's like, and so I think I got a lot of it from my mom because she was such a good stylist. She would throw herself together so well. I mean, accessories, and so it's just having your arsenal, building your own personal arsenal. I just and I grew up in New York in the heyday, and I know how people really used to pump it. I mean, I was around a lot of the gays and and the transgender community, and they pump it up there. They did. They used to.
So then that transformed.
Yeah. I've always been interested in art fashion though, and art in general. So it just was like a natural evolution, if you will. It was the next step. Why not just me be the canvas,
And then you went from those early days, pawn shop and all those other locations that you said,
Mansion,
Cameo, everywhere, and then you went
Space.
worldwide.
Yeah.
And then you landed back Miami, Space, and that's
I always was
your
at Space. I mean, originally at Space, I was the VIP host, so I
Okay.
was there from 4 to 7 only.
Okay.
It wasn't this 17
4 to
hour.
7. 4 in the
AM.
morning
AM.
to 7 in the morning.
Saturdays.
Okay.
But I'd already been at 2 venues before that. So
What? Time out, dog. You would do 2 venues prior to Space.
it was 2, and then it became 1. It was this Mansion, but Mansion was either Cameo,
Mansion was
like
popping
Cameo
back
for a
then.
couple hours, then I'd pop over to Mansion, and then from Mansion to Space. And then that was like
Cameo,
and
Mansion,
then
Space.
I was doing Pawn Shop Thursdays. It was like a lot. It was a lot.
No, that could take a toll. That could take a toll on you.
Amica, I did. I worked everywhere. It was insane.
Did you ever work Karoo and Y?
Yes, of course I did.
I remember that place.
I was on the far door on the railroad tracks, and I used to hear gunshots all night.
Yeah, that was
It was
wild.
rough then.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now it's
gentrified.
like
People have
super
chihuahuas
nice,
and
yeah.
Birkin bags. People have
100%.
$26,000 purses walking through over town now, bitch. It's
I
like-
remember Karoo
but
and Y
I remember
when it was the
shootings,
trap.
and I used to spend more money on the Buffalo burger
Yeah,
than I made.
that shit was crazy.
I would make like $400 a night, and
Yeah.
I used to spend like $500 on hamburgers
That's crazy.
because they were so good. They're really good.
at in Karoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The food was good.
Yeah, the food was delicious. I do remember
And then
that.
that place was so wild.
It was. They had like chahulis all over.
Yeah,
the
yeah. It was
chahuli
Carlos
glass.
Zapata as the architect
Yeah.
who did it.
I'm like, yo.
But that was like the sugar daddy of a friend of mine. That
was crazy, dude.
That guy was partying too much in the middle of meetings. He'd be doing bumps.
the only way you put a chahuli inside of a nightclub, you gotta be like, you gotta be tripping, dude.
Yeah.
I was like,
Glass is not.
Glass is
Fairchild Tropical Garden is already a stretch, but then when you go to
but then you go to Karoo and Y with the massive sound system.
on the railroad
basing.
tracks in Overtown, mind you,
On
with
the
the rattling
railroad
of the
tracks,
train,
yeah.
you know, it was.
That shit was crazy.
It was
That shit-
wild.
It was wild.
They had some good times, but it was just like
That was a good time. I remember that. I used to host there too, and I was like, I started hosting back in the day through my friend that I'm sure you know of, Randall. Mm-hmm. He put me on to do my first place
Where
that
was
I ever
it?
hosted was at Glass at the Forge on
Oh
on
God,
South Beach.
That's a Jimmy's. Yeah.
At Glass, yeah. And
That was in the old Jimmy's spot, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
and then after I would do Glass and I would do
In a
Karoo
Jewish
and Y.
neighborhood, mind you, an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, mind you. That's where he
a
started.
Orthodox Jewish neighborhood. It's
It's
crazy.
not a Comme des Garçons, or it's not a Jean Paul Gaultier fashion show or Dolce Gabbana. They're Orthodox. They wear the mink. They do it all. Yeah, the sits.
Yeah, the mink, the whole nine. I would remember because I would be coming out the club like late night, and you'd see them walking.
You see the Sephardics.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Oh man, dude." these
I go there
people
for my
make you feel-"
whitefish still,
That's
so.
crazy, dude. But yeah, like so those venues that you've played, what's been the one like that's been the most memorable? Obviously, I would assume that Space has been one of those locations that has been one of the most memorable.
It is. I mean, it's like a staple. You know, it's always there.
Okay.
Like I tell people, they're like, "I'm not going out anymore." I'm like, "Girl, take a break. It's always here."
Yeah.
it's always here.
Come to Space real quick. You'll have a blast.
Yeah, now it's like a one-stop shop. I mean,
How do you feel about like all the buildings going up around it though?
oh God,
Do you think
it's
that's
a
going to
lot.
change?
It's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, because all those
It's
places-
changing the.
First of all, Tower 1 is where my mural was of my face on.
Oh, okay.
The mural.
So they
on
knocked
you
down
ever seen that
your
mural? I
mural.
mean,
Yeah.
saw that mural?
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, they memorialized me in the mural there, and they knocked it down. And I used to work there when it was nocturnal for 8 years. I think,
yeah.
at local
Nocturnal.
celebrity.
Wow.
Saturday mornings, I used to work with Biz Martinez there. So it's like, yeah, it was, but it's a lot. It's to think. I think they should stop the traffic on this street.
You think they should stop the traffic like on 11?
No,
So
no,
how would people
and
get
they
to
should name it
11?
after me. I think that's what the owners thought. They should do.
Allen T. Drive.
Exactly. Fierce this way.
Fierce
Come
this
on
way.
in, bitch.
That's funny. Allen T. Drive. Hey, that doesn't sound bad
It'd be
though.
funny,
Dog.
yeah,
Your
it's
ass
like,
probably
I'm
been the
going
one
to the
that's standing
drive.
the most out there is Allen T. Drive for sure, bro.
Yeah.
You deserve that. But so like those nights in those different venues, which one has been the one that has been like, man?
They all have their time. I mean, I still have a blast. You know, I still have a good time. You know, even though like it's like I make the good time. It's like I don't need other people to have a good time, or to create a good time. You know, it's just like it comes naturally. I'm a natural loca.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm
You have
glad
to.
that you have that like that energy that sustains you.
The gumption. Yeah.
Not only the gumption, but the energy, the
People are
consistency.
zapped. People get zapped from it fast.
Very, very,
I'm into
very
like
fast.
I like to go to the beach. I don't really play a lot of music at home. I kind of just like
So
I
at home
cook.
you're zen.
Yeah, very.
So you're like
I'm
bringing
about
it down.
zen. I'm pretty zen. I guess you could call it zen. I like
Yeah, more chill.
Yeah, very chill.
Chill vibes, chill energy.
Cooking.
getting ready so to really expend the energy at night?
I get ready in 10 minutes.
And that's when you're like, but is there a routine that you're like, oh,
Oh yeah,
I gotta be up tonight.
I like lay on the floor, stretch. I do like a lot of ginger shots and Cuban coffee, Italian coffee. I eat good. I skin, all that stuff. I'm into all that.
100% because like
The
you're
beach,
working,
the jacuzzi. I do all that. I'm a water person.
you're
so,
working when everybody else is partying,
yeah.
right? So that's like you got to be up at that time when everybody's like going through it, coming from one venue, going to
Exactly.
another.
Going through it is exactly what it's like. Some people really put themselves through it. I'm like, and the new generation, they love to put a wrench in the middle of their good time. It's like we had so much more fun.
Yeah, you're going there.
I would
going
just
through
be
it.
like, there ain't no stopping me now. They love to just like the sexuality, the bathrooms. I'm like, bitch, just come out. I'll give you a reentry ticket. Go take a piss on the street, girl. It's like if the bathrooms aren't up to, make it work. I mean, the community.
What's the biggest complaint you hear?
What?
What is the biggest complaint you hear?
They love complaining about everything. The lights, the Febreze. I'm like, girl,
Everything.
You're organic, and you have 2 rings of 2C around your nose. What part of organics are you? What
You
part
got
of the
that
organic
organic
chain are you?
2C.
What type of organics are we talking about here now? Is this Marco Corolla organics, or is
That's
this like
funny, dude. Your ass is organic with that organic 2C in
they're
your nose.
They're complaining about Febreze, the smell of an artificial,
But they smell it 2C.
aerosol spray. I'm like, girl. Or they'll come to the door of space and say, what type is Rick Ross going on? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, is this 11? I'm like, no, there's a huge sign right there that says 11, girl. Use your eyes. It's like they're young people. It's not even older people.
That's just funny.
I could find a club if it was behind a dumpster, underground with a basement door. I mean, we would find it. I heard the beats.
So you feel that the younger generation doesn't party the same?
No, they don't.
I mean, you know what?
They don't know the names of the songs like we used to.
I would
they
have
come
to
and go
agree
so
with you there
fast.
because I mean, I party and I do see the vibe is different, man. It's not that like I kind of feel like everybody's afraid that they're gonna get caught doing something on video. To be honest with you, like you're gonna be even if you're dancing
there's this
funny.
tendency to like curb your enthusiasm, if you will, with like because of social media. It's like like the dance like nobody's watching doesn't exist anymore because it's like
That doesn't. Everybody is watching.
they feel. Yeah, I know that's true. That sentiment is true, but there's like a phobia that they've created in themselves. It's like a whole like your persona phobia. Like don't let yourself be too read by what you're doing. Like your actions are
Like you can't be too exposed.
you
can't
live
genuinely have a
live
really
your true
good time.
authenticity. Like visually, it's like it has to be like a compounded like a facadeism. So, I mean, I thought we were fighting to alleviate that.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a growing trend that people are not living their best life, if you will. And
I agree with
people
you.
misreading their actions, like them being like too much of one thing or too much of another. I'm like, is there really that type of scorecard
I mean,
gatekeeping going on?
I kind of do think that
Like they look at me and go like
you're
no, like I'm it's like God bless you. It's like it's like you make me you give me hope or something.
that I want to be that I could be myself.
That could be my true self. I'm like, then do it, be it. You are.
I do hear that though. I do know that like a lot of people hold themselves back because
Like
of
I find
the
it
fact.
cringe to be living your best life.
Yeah, not cringe. They just.
They've gone that far.
I feel like the friends groups are themselves cannibalizing each other. Like you can't be the full extent of what you want to be because then you'll be like, oh, you're doing too much. And that type of atmosphere. It's like, if I want to be doing too much, then let me do too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be my friend regardless.
Be my friend regardless. If I'm doing too much, I
I
want
have friends that did the most. If I can tell you the most, bitch. I've experienced the most. I've done the most.
I've done the most.
I've been witnessed. I mean,
I've witnessed the
people,
most.
I mean, I look at old pictures, like,
It's also a good thing that there was no phones back in the day, Alan. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on,
But
man.
Some of it would have been fierce to document.
That would have been bad. That would have been bad. You know, it's good that there wasn't phones back in the day and you could live out. And that's kind of what I feel like the younger generation,
now.
They're missing that. They miss that and animosity. Not the anonymity.
Yeah.
Being able to just like be in a club and dance your ass off and sweat your ass off and nobody
want to go buy the record the next day
and nobody paying attention to you because everybody else. I
had a
dancing.
notepad and paper. I would make notes.
Be like, yeah, it's the song that I like.
I was like, oh my god, this is like it said Paradise in the song
before Shazam was Shazam.
It said hop a trip to Paradise. It said take me with you. It said come fuck me now. It's like I would write this shit down and come home and
go look for the lyrics.
I go to ERE Records on 57th Avenue near Fabulous Diamonds back in the day, and
Tower Records
forged checks. It was ERE and H&L on Northwest 7th. Oh my god, I would go there with my lists with a blank check, forged. I forged my mom's checks.
You was jacking your mom's money.
$900 sometimes. The imports were expensive.
Damn, sir.
I was fierce, yeah.
Damn.
And I would catch the mail coming to my house and take it out.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yo, so like, what's the one part of this like experience? I know everybody knows that it thinks of it as a glamorous thing, right? Very glamorous. What part of it is it that people don't know?
Because you kids are so difficult, it's gotten to be grunt work.
I see what you're saying.
It's gotten to be a lot of babysitting. It goes. I have a description of it. It goes from kindergarten to hospice real fast.
Kindergarten to hospice.
I mean, you can go from kindergarten like, okay, here you go. No more ketamine for you. No more ketamine for you. Take the straw, sip the Coca-Cola, and sit here for a moment, and don't call the ambulance yet. They call an ambulance. $4,000 ride. They say, I thought I was calling an Uber XL. I'm like, bitch, you just called a $4,000 ambulance.
That's your Uber XL.
Yeah, they do. They call the ambulance now.
That's wild, dude.
It's a thing, yeah. It's funny.
That's not funny. That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy how like these young people are, I don't know, they're experiencing the nightlife in a completely different way.
It's a different thing.
How much more do you feel that you have in this game?
Not a lot more. Not a lot. Not a ton.
You feel?
Not a ton. I mean, I'm not gonna be rhinestoning my walker anytime soon.
Yeah.
Hold on. Come on, Medea.
I feel
help
you,
me,
bro.
help me with my,
yeah.
help me with my faja.
You just help me with my faja. That's funny.
I have a faja, by you.
That's that Colombian shit.
I'm married to a Colombian. Hello.
100%. You married to Colombia. You gotta have 10 fajas.
You gotta have a faja for every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You have a different.
They put you on the floor. They pull you with the stretchers. It's like making a mattress.
That's.
It's like, treat me like that treat me like that slipcover, bitch.
That shit is hilarious.
Because the surgery. He said it was a surgery. It's a thing. I know all about it.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
I met Sofia Vergara the day she got to this town.
Yeah.
And I known her whole family. I worked with her family at a pawn shop.
Oh, yeah?
Veronica. She was another one. She was fierce.
That's wild, dude.
I have allergies. I'm like,
so you have a bunch
of... Those aren't allergies, girl.
You have allergies.
That's the kiki. You're kiki.
You have a huge network, Alan. How do you play that to your advantage?
I go to restaurants that offer free, they give me free food. No, yeah, it's not true.
Yeah.
I've studied that before. It's like people come demanding stuff at the club for free, and then when you go to their venue, it's not free.
Yeah.
I know all about that. That's another show. That's another episode.
That's crazy. So
yeah. I want you to take care of these 8 girls, and I'll take care of 2 of the guys. I'm like, no, I'm not going to your dry cleaner and saying dry clean 6 shirts for free, and I'll pay for 2. No.
Yeah.
People do that all the time.
They're trying to.
They think it's like immaterial.
You're also running a business.
Yeah.
Which is the craziest part of it.
Yeah.
On top of like the whole entire glamorous,
it's very much a business.
Doing the show, doing
DJs
this,
cost
$40,000
a night.
DJs cost money.
Yeah.
There's people working behind the bar, all the staff, personnel, security.
Network. It's a lot.
It's a lot. You guys are running a business. You got to turn a profit. Yeah. You got to know
real estate.
So like what portion of that is do you take into effect when you're bringing people in and things like that?
It's considered. I mean, it's like you're able to work with it. Not as much anymore as you used to. Like, I have to have this one in there. There are times when it's just absolutely unforeseen to take care of
Somebody.
like say like which music conference, like things that are stacked. I mean, capacity is an issue.
It's out of your hands.
And the pre-sale, you have all that pre-sale going on now and stuff. And people are booked. People book stuff. You know, they plan everything around it. So like, you know, it's not just a snowstorm in New York like back in the day. Like, you know, season would be like, you know, it's like the snowbirds would be here and stuff. You have that, and then you have like, you know, the local thing is like kind of like shunned aside in those times. Right?
I mean,
Pretty
it's not
much,
kind of. It's a lot.
A lot, yeah. Most of the time, these
Most
days
of the
I see
time,
very
yeah.
little local.
Very little local.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I'm ready to get a bus on the tri-rail, go to Winchester, pick up some hose. And like,
Actually, you know what? I've been seeing people local played now up in Chemistry, up in West and Fort Lauderdale and Broward.
For sure.
That's crazy. Where I'm sitting like
Broward.
you got to go to Broward
I used to
see
work in
locals.
Broward.
You know
At
what I'm
Voodoo
saying?
Lounge.
Yeah.
Remember Voodoo Lounge?
Yeah. Voodoo Lounge.
Dennis
been around
Rodman
there for a minute,
and
yeah.
Wendy hired me.
Yeah. Damn, bro. You know Dennis Rodman too, bro. You know the whole
Yeah, I just
all the A-listers that's going through
I don't know,
Miami.
hey, he's pretty deep.
Come on, bro.
He's like-
Yeah, Dennis Rodman was an
I-
A-lister back in the
No,
day.
I like Dennis. He's a kooky motherfucker. But yeah, he's a wild guy. But I worked at Robin's Rehab. It was like Space on Wednesdays. It was like a ladies' night. They hired me for ladies' night. I did VIP there. It was fun. Broward is like, you know, it's like Broward. It's
yeah,
like,
Broward is a
it's
different
like,
vibe.
you're from Dade?
Yeah.
You must be Satan.
You
They think
must
everybody
be
here is
Satan.
like, you know, fucking Pablo Escobar.
That's funny,
Everybody's
man.
like a fucking Tony Montana. Like, I took in your face. I shoot you. I'm like, Broward Boulevard's pretty rough, bitch. Relax. Broward can be pretty rough.
Yeah, there's some
It gets,
of
yeah, it gets.
yeah,
it gets hood up in there,
Lauderhill,
bro.
they call it Lauderkill for a reason.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right,
come
right,
on,
right,
bro.
right.
Don't get
Miramar.
Don't
and
get
Miami Gardens.
yeah.
That's
Don't
on
let
the
us
verge
sleep
of.
out there, bro. You don't fall asleep out there. They will catch you on your laurels,
Yeah,
man.
Lauderhill.
100%, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's
Lauderhill
wild,
used to be
man.
like all retirees back in the day.
Yeah, Tyree from out there. So, brother, thank you so much for your time.
My
Alan.
pleasure. It's been fun.
It's awesome picking your brain. 30 plus years in the nightlife game.
Long time.
30 plus years in the nightlife game. Hosting
I love the nightlife. I want a boogie on the disco. Oh, yeah.
music, everything.
Yeah.
Performances.
Hose.
Hose.
Overdoses.
Hose. That's funny,
broken
man.
shoes.
What a hose. Broken
Chocolatas.
shoes.
Where the hose at?
Patasucias.
Where my hose at? Where my bitches at?
That's crazy.
A lot of people have gotten married with me at the club.
What?
I think 8 people I've married. I've literally met, introduced them,
Yeah.
put them together, and they.
Oh, I thought you meant like you married, like you.
No, I'm an
officiated their
ordained minister. Come on, son.
I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, you should get ordained. You could do marriages.
Oh
you
my
could do
God.
weddings at
At
space.
Biscayne. You see weddings at space. Oh my God.
Wedding at space, bro. That's a
God.
thing right there,
Oh my
bro. That's a
God.
vibe.
I can't.
Well, Alan, I highly appreciate your
Thank
time,
you so
man.
much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming on. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
shooting the shit with me and giving me some of your insights of
I didn't know you went back that far.
super, man. I mean, I'm glad. I like to know the story of like how it happened. Everybody in South Florida pretty much who has ever gone out to any club knows you or knows of you.
Yeah.
So it's
Like, make sure you say hi to the really flamboyant gay guy at the front. And yeah, he's
a
wearing-
friend of mine was talking to me about you the other day.
like, this
that
guy
you
was
still-
wearing a outfit made out of plushies. It's like full of dolls, and he was doing high kicks,
Swear
and
to God.
screaming and yelling, and
Just like that, the story was going something just like that. I'm like,
When was he there?
that's Alan. That's probably mid 2000s,
okay.
like literally mid 2000s.
I used to be a fireball back, especially. I mean, I toned it down.
Yeah, you turned it down a little bit, but yeah.
I was loud. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, man,
had to be.
it's an awesome story because first and foremost, not too many people last in the game for that long.
Well, you can't shit where you eat too. I mean, it's like you never know who you're gonna see. I'm like that in my life. I'm on the daily. It's like people just burn people. It's like this is small. It's a small world.
It's a small town.
It's a small world. I mean, I've gotten on a plane in Dallas and run into people that were like live next door to me. you make a lot of different situations that came in Amwell, but it's just like you never know who you're gonna run into, and you have to be careful.
That's true, man. You gotta treat people
right.
good. Yeah, treat people right.
Treat me right, I'll be good to you. You
like them
treat
show
me
tunes?
right. You just never know. You could open the door at the Russian Turkish Bath Steam Room and be like, "Oh my God, are you $30,000 still?"
Yeah.
I have people during COVID that owe me big money, and they just disappeared.
And
They literally were like working in networks. They
Gone.
had to just be gone like the Wicked Witch of the West.
maybe they got COVID and disappeared, bro.
No,
You never know. They
I
might
got
have rest in
shysted by
peace.
some fierce. To shiest me, you gotta be fierce. But now I'm a little bit more.
You're on it now.
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius, so we're like, help. Sure, you need some help. Come here. You want a helping hand? It's at the end of your arm, is what I say now, like I used to.
What's your IG if people wanted to follow your trajectory?
FIERCENESSIS. Fierceness is, and it's more like Charlie. It's not the Latin stick. It's fierceness is plural. Like my in-laws are like fierceness is. Is that like plural fierce? No, it's like Charlie Brown. Love is fierceness is.
Fierceness is.
Fierceness is always.
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much, Alan.
Thank you so much.
T. I appreciate your time, and everybody listening out to the podcast. Thank you so much
Come to Crema all day, every day.
100%.
They're serving it up honey.
On 57th and Biscayne, Mimo.
Hot and fresh. It's like Krispy Kreme.
I love your advertising, bro.
You're gonna want it, baby. It's so hot and ready for you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Come to Crema if you want to edge. I mean, the edge of night.
Come to Crema, bro. But yeah, man, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hasta la próxima. Like I always say, if you like it, share with your friends. And if you hate it, share with your enemies.
Bola.
But just share this mug. Nos fuimos. Peace.
Ciao.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Bola podcast. If you like it, share it. If you hate it, share it. Just share it. Appreciate you, Alan. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time and so many insights into, growing up in South Florida and seeing everything change through the years. And yeah, let's keep that energy going. Let's try to bring that nightlife back. Hasta la próxima. Que te crezca. I love y'all. Peace.